For this video, I'm going to be entering a contest, and the contest is for Pete's CD and Vinyl World. He is celebrating 200 subs. Hooray! I can't believe it took me this long to discover and get into his channel. He's got some really great content there, so make sure if you're not a subscriber already that you subscribe to Pete's channel. And for his contest, he's got 10 questions that he wants us to answer. The first question being, an artist that most people like, but I don't. I guess Oasis would probably be the band that I would pick. I've just never gotten into Oasis. I've never really understood why people make comparisons with Oasis and the Beatles, apart from the fact that they were British. Just never. What's the Story, Morning Glory is okay, but never gotten into the rest of their catalog. It's like nails on the chalkboard to me. I really don't care for them at all. So I guess I just missed the boat on that one. Number two, an artist people would be surprised that I like. I guess maybe that would be Duran Duran. I don't know if I talk about Duran Duran all that much other than, to say that most people, I don't think, really are into Duran Duran in the VC community. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm coming out of the closet right now and saying I love Duran Duran. And I've been a long fan since I was in high school. And I think that they really put out some pretty great albums if you like early new wave. And they've just got some real melodic pop. And I'm not ashamed to say so. Number three, a live album that should have been a double. I'm going to go with Elton John, Here or There. Elton John was such a fantastic live performer, and in the age of double live albums, I've never understood why Elton John didn't have a double live album. He has so many great hits. He is such a dynamic performer live, and this is a single album, but I feel they missed the boat. The first side of this album is a concert that was recorded at the Royal Festival Hall, and this was, I believe, right before Goodbye Yellow Brick Road came out. And then the second side is a live in New York concert at Madison Square Garden, which was after Goodbye Yellow Brick Road came out. And I just feel like they could have easily stretched this into a double. He's got so many great hits, and it was a real missed opportunity. And I believe the reason was that this was the last album that he gave or that he owed to his record company. But still, like during the course of Elton's career, he only has really one great live album, if you don't count the one with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, but the one, from 1970, I forget the exact date, 7/11/1970. That one could have been a double album too, but I'm picking this one because at this point in his career, he had amassed so many great hits and so much material that he could have put onto a double album and didn't. For the life of me, I don't understand why. It's one of my greatest mysteries as a music fan. Number four, a band or artist that should have been bigger. For that one, I'm going to go with Roxy Music. I feel that Roxy Music really is one of the best bands of the 1970s and definitely one of the most underrated bands. This was their first real, I guess, commercially accessible album. This has got Love is the Drug on it, Sentimental Fool, She Sells, Both Ends Burning. It's just a great, great album. And all the ones after this really were fantastic as well. And I don't know why they didn't catch on. I don't know if it was Brian Ferry's voice. Avalon was somewhat of a hit, but still not like blockbuster, not what an excellent band like Roxy Music should have become. So, number five, a huge band that has been forgotten. I'm going to go with REM on this, and I don't hear many people in the VC talk about REM, but REM was huge in the late 80s and early 90s. There was no band bigger than REM, at least that had an alternative kind of sound. They really broke through with their album Document from 1987, and then they had Green in 1988, and then Out of Time in 1991, and then Automatic for the People in 1992 or 93, I forget which year. This is Life's Rich Pageant, but they were really a huge band. But I think after they broke up, people just they flew off people's radar, and people don't talk that much about them. But I really think REM is still a huge, significant, and very much an influential band that people just, I think, forgot about. And I don't know why, because I still listen to them and I still love them a lot today. Number 6, a great live DVD. I'm going to go with The Who live at the Isle of Wight when they participated in the Isle of Wight Festival. They do most of Tommy on here. They do all their greatest hits. If you like the Live at Leeds album, you will love this concert. It's just so great. It's just the 4 of them, and they were such dynamic, great, hard-rocking, wonderful performers live. Live at Leeds was one of the best live albums ever recorded, and this was during that same time period. So it's just a fantastic concert, and it's shot at night, and they're at the top of their game. They never sounded better than they did during that 1969, 1970, 71 period, and this really kind of harnesses all the power of The Who as a live band. Number 7, an album with a guitar on the cover. One of my favorite Dire Straits albums, Brothers in Arms. Love that guitar on the cover. Number 8, an overrated album. Now, I'm going to get crucified by Beach Boys fans because I'm going to pick a Beach Boys album that, by and large, most Beach Boys fans love and regard as a masterpiece. I like it. I just don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Pet Sounds. I think they've had better albums since this album came out. And again, it's blasphemy to say this album is not a masterpiece, but I gotta go with Sunflower. Like, it's a good album. Is it great? It's pretty damn good, but masterpiece, I think that's taken things a little bit far. I don't know if there's been some revisionism here, but nothing on here that even remotely, I think, measures up to Pet Sounds. And go ahead, crucify me, but I've just never been a huge fan of that album. It's not one of my favorite Beach Boys albums that I throw on if I'm in the mood to listen to the Beach Boys. So, number 9, my favorite bootleg is going to be this copy of Yesterday and Today. It's on colored vinyl. It has really faithful album packaging. This is probably the closest I'll ever get to owning a Butcher cover, but I love this one. And lastly, an album we're surprised doesn't sound great. Always been disappointed in the quality of sound on here. Feel it sound like after Band on the Run, I don't know, there's just something about the mix on this album. The drums are mixed really weird. I just feel like it all sounds very muddied and like it's recorded just real sloppily recorded. I thought even with the remastered version that it would sound better, but these songs are great, but just the production on here, I don't care for at all. So I'm going to go with Venus and Mars on that. So once again, Pete's CD Vinyl World, make sure you check him out. And I'm so happy to be able to support him and do an entry in his contest. Congratulations on 200 subs, and thanks for watching.